We just recently had 3 of our sergeants who've 32 years, 30 years, and I think 27 years, who recently retired. But we don't expect any more retirements anytime soon, thankfully. But it opens as things go, and in the normal order of things, we have young officers who've competed in the promotional process and made themselves ready to take on the responsibilities, additional responsibilities of helping to lead this organization in the future. And I want to thank them for doing that. They have put in many hours, no doubt. Their family can attest to the hours they spent studying, the hard work. And I want to tell the family, too, thank you for putting up with and supporting these young men and women who've done this, because I know it wasn't easy. It's not an easy task for them, and it also took away from family time. It took away from maybe some recreational activities you could have participated in. They made sacrifices to put themselves in a position. They made sacrifices for the department, but we in public service are used to making sacrifices for the public good. They're going to benefit us, they're going to benefit themselves, and they're going to benefit the citizens of our city. Before going any further, though, I want to thank the family members who are here to support your loved ones and for what you've done already, and believe me, they're still going to need your support going forward as they have additional challenges in this new supervisory role. I also, as these ceremonies go, I'm always pleased to see our elected officials who show up to also show their support for the police department. We have Councilmember Sammy Casados, Councilmember Bruce Lehman in the back, Councilmember Van Hout, and we also have John Moore Jr. from San Jac College from the Board of Directors, and we also have Chief Mike Massey. Mike, thanks for coming. It's nice. That shows the importance of these promotions, that these many dignitaries come out to show their support too, and we have several department directors here as well. But I want to tell you, again, I already told you thank you for being willing to step up and take on additional responsibilities. You're going to help us in moving this organization forward. We've got a great organization filled with a lot of good men and women who do it right and who work hard to do the right thing. And so your task is somewhat easier because of the good hearts of our men and women and the good things that they do. But you represent new blood, new ideas, at least at the supervisory level. And this is a passing baton of sorts from those men who have preceded you, who have recently retired. They've had their chance to make an impact over 30-something years. We had about 100 years experience that are walking out, but you're going to bring with you your perception, your perspective, your ideas about how we can move the organization forward and make it better. You're going to help shape the organization as we go forward. You're going to find out pretty quickly that you're going to be tested, and we're going to be there. Myself, the assistant chiefs, your lieutenants, are going to be there to help you as you face your new challenges. But one thing I want to close with before we get on with the promotions is Peter Drucker, a famous author, said, "Being promoted doesn't bestow privilege or power, it imposes responsibility." It's a great responsibility that you have to lead these men and women in this organization in the interest of making sure that our community is as safe as they can be. I know you're going to be up to the task, but I also want you to know that, as I said before, as you run into things that maybe you haven't seen before, that you have senior sergeants, you have your lieutenants, you have assistant chiefs, and you have me that you can lean back on. But I would say the first thing that you should do is lean on your own, what's in your heart, your good judgment. You got here for a reason, and I'm looking very forward, and I want to be the first to congratulate you. Well, probably not the first, but I want to congratulate you on this new step that you're taking. So with that said, we're going to get on with the promotions, and I'm going to read a short bio for each of our officers, and then we're going to have the badge pinning. So Brian Linthicum, would you please join me, sir? Right here to my left. Brian Linthicum grew up in Pasadena, Texas, and he graduated from Deer Park High School in 1990. He graduated from San Jacinto College with an associate's degree and finished at the University of Houston with a Bachelor's of Science degree. Officer Linthicum, soon to be Sergeant Linthicum, was accepted into the 53rd Pasadena Police Academy, which began in October 2002. And he spent most of his career in the Patrol Division working on day and night shifts, and he's been the field training officer, a bike officer, the Pasadena Police Department's quartermaster, and has been a detective assigned to the Financial Crimes Unit. Officer Linthicum has been married to his high school sweetheart for 24 years now, and they have 2 children. And I've met Denise when you were acting as a quartermaster. God bless you, Denise. Would you like to join us so you can pin his badge on, please? And we're going to get a picture for you. Let's step over here so she can get Denise. You can hug, you can kiss if you like. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I am. I can't forgive the red face. I can't help it. Listen, thank you all for coming out. I got to thank my mom and dad, my mother-in-law, and my sister, and of course, Chief's right. I can't help. I have to thank my wife. She's put up with me for so long, and she's truly the love of my life. So, thanks, Chiefs, for everything. Thank you, former Chief and friends and so forth. I appreciate everything. Honestly, I'm blessed to be with these men and women, and of course, my fellow sergeants. And I can't help but I got to thank. Absolutely got to thank Mark Pinchett, John Sim, and of course, and where's my buddy Mike Biggs? Honestly, I got to thank Mike Biggs. He's been through all this with me, and I can't help but I thank him. He's put up with me. But y'all, thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Right. Congratulations. Brian worked in the chief's office. When the quartermaster position, he worked in the chief's office. So we got a chance to know each other pretty well. And he bring a lot of energy to the job, I'll say that. He's also not afraid to tell me when I'm messing up. So, and that is part of your new role, too. So, okay, now, Kelly Bowman, would you please join me? Don't take a deep breath. This is a good thing. Detective Kelly Bowman graduated high school in Lancaster, Pennsylvania at the age of 16. She decided shortly thereafter, 16. That's quite a story in reading your bio here. She graduated from high school at 16. She decided shortly thereafter to move 1,200 miles away to Florida, so it would be the perfect way to start experiencing life. After realizing that living on grits and toast wasn't all that great, she moved back to Pennsylvania and joined the U.S. Navy with the promise of regular meals. Detective Bowman served in the U.S. Navy as an Ocean Systems Technician Analyst, which is a fancy way of saying that she detected, classified, and tracked submarines using ocean hydrophone arrays. After 3 years of service, she was selected for an officer candidacy program, and that was a one-year intensive training program in San Diego, California. After successfully completing that program with honor, she went on to study at Tulane University and LSU, where she majored in creative writing. After honorably discharging from the Navy, Detective Bowman stayed home with her small children until they reached school age. She then returned to the workforce in the human relations and administration industry. Detective Bowman married her husband Dave in 2003, and in 2007 she and her family moved to the Clear Lake area. While at a function at the Pasadena Fairgrounds in 2008, she spoke to a Pasadena police officer who was working an extra job there at the time. As they talked, he suggested that she apply to the police academy. Being a crime story junkie and a former Navy cadet, the suggestion was immediately appealing to her, and she applied to the academy the following week. Detective Bowman started with the department in 2009. She worked on the day shift patrol for 1 year and night shift patrol for 4 years. Throughout that time, she was asked to help out in the domestic violence division from time to time. In 2014, she was selected to the Criminal Investigations Division, Persons Crime Unit, and in her free time, she likes to play in her craft room, watch her daughter play softball, and travel with her husband. And her husband, David, will be pinning on her badge. David? There you go, sir. Okay, she's going to want to get a picture. Why don't you stand to the side so she can get a picture? Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't like to give speeches because I'll give you the shortened version. When I was a freshman at Tulane University, I had the flu and I had to give a big presentation, and it was like an exorcism. I just lost it all over the place. It was terrible. So now in the back of my head, I just don't want to throw up. That's all. So anyway, I just want to thank my husband for supporting me while I was studying and all that stuff, and for the rest of the time now that he has to learn to make dinner and take care of the kids and run back and forth to practice while I'm, out here on evenings. So thank you all very much, and that's all I have to say.
Okay, Kelly, I know you write well. We'll work on your speeches, okay? It'll come with the job. Okay, Officer Michael Johnson, would you please join me? We're soon to be sergeant. Michael Johnson was born in Louisville, Texas. He graduated from Clemens High School in Sugar Land in 2003. He's received his Associates of Arts degree in Criminal Justice from the San Jacinto College and is currently pursuing his Bachelor of Arts degree in Criminal Justice at the University of Houston, downtown Clear Lake. Officer Johnson was hired by the Pasadena Police Department in January 2009 and graduated at the top of his academy class in June. He's been a member of the SWAT team since February 2011. Officer Johnson has attended the advanced SWAT training at the Houston Police Department's Academy. He's a certified breacher and holds an advanced peace officer's license. Officer Johnson is married to Jessica Johnson, and they have 3 beautiful children, Logan, Luke, and Lauren. And Jessica will be pinning on his badge, his wife, Jessica. Jessica? Congratulations. Shall I say something? Sure.
So I'd like to thank my wife for not dropping the badge. Thank God for everything I have, my parents for helping me get here, my wife for dealing with our 3 beautiful children while I studied, and everything she does to keep everything from literally falling apart while I'm doing stuff here. As cliche as it sounds, it sounds like it's going to be really interesting and a lot of fun. So, there we go.
I thought I heard you say don't draw blood. You said don't drop the badge? All right, this is a great day, and thank all of you for showing up. Obviously, y'all got a lot of friends here. Not only your family are here, but also your work family, I guess is a better way to say it, who are very happy for you and looking forward to you taking on your new responsibilities. Today, I told them their assignment is to be with the family and enjoy and celebrate this day, because this is a milestone in your career that you're always going to remember, you're always going to look back on. You'll remember the date, probably, as well. So you make lieutenant, assistant chief, you take my job one day. And Brian, you're already, yeah. Brian and I have had that conversation. Again, he's already told me how to do things. So. But anyway, now is the time that we get to celebrate. We get to have a little cake and punch and visit with each other. And please let everybody know, let these young men and women know how happy you are for them and congratulate them. Thank you for coming again. We're adjourned.